YouTube? This is the Chivalrous Knight, back to make another video. And on this video, I just wanted to put out there an idea I had. I don't know if anyone's been doing it or heard about it, but I've been thinking about all the people out there that's possibly going to see the video, but may never become a truck driver. And I figured there's a way to still make money for people that's working 9-to-5s at home and still can make money in the trucking business. And it's called investment, right? This is what, people do this all the time. In the community I come from, not a lot of people I know are investing money, but I figured from what I've experienced out here and what I now know is there's a possibility to invest in this business from home while you maintain your regular job and can get a return on your investment. And I just wanted to put the idea out there for anybody that comes along and wants to communicate with me about it. Basically, you just, as a driver myself and as the owner operator, let's just say I go out and find a truck, and let's say the truck costs $10,000, and let's say I find 10 people to put in $1,000. I go out and find a driver to get in the truck. I lease the truck on to a carrier, and let's use the oil field for an example. Oil field has a real high return on investment because they're paying. There's one guy I know that's getting paid $100 a load on YouTube. He is doing vlogs every day about how many loads he can get in a day and whatnot, and how he's driving a truck that is not owned by him but it's owned by another guy that is out there doing it with him, who owns multiple trucks. And with it, he's only getting 25%, making that $100 a load. So his goal, and I know one video he talked about, his goal is to do 4 to 5 loads a day. Well, at 25%, that means that the owner operator, or the person that owns the truck, is getting the other 300 per load a day. So if he does 4 loads a day, get 400 a day, and he does that for 7 days, which is what he does. He works 7 days a week. What is that, 2,800? He's grossing 2,800 as the driver. As the person that owns the truck, you're doing, what's that, 300 times 4? That's what, 1,200 a day, and 1,200 a day times 7. As you can see, that's a lot of money. Obviously, we're talking about over $7,000. Just going to the person that owns the truck, and they don't even have to be present. All they need to do is be a phone call away in case something happens with the truck. So in our example from earlier, let's say I got 10 people together, what I would do is, I think it's 2 ways to approach it. To keep it real simple, let's just say after everybody invests $1,000, I say I'll double your money. I'll double your money, and that'll be the end of it. So you put in $1,000, I give you back 2 in about, in the case of the oil field, let's say I give you back 2,000 in the time period of 30 days. Where can you invest money that has that type of turnaround that's legal? I already know some examples that's not legal, but legal money. $1,000 return on $1,000 investment in 30 days. If I could do that, we all win. I have another truck. People at home have made $1,000 back on their $1,000 investment in a month. And what can you do with that, right? for most of the people I talk to that's at home working 9 to 5, you know, you don't have that much money to put back and save, but you may have a little something that you may take a chance at something like this. And if you could do that a couple times a year, hey, $2,000 or $3,000 a couple times a year, hey, you're winning. So that's just my idea. I guess another form of that would be more complicated and probably require contracts to be signed between all the parties involved, which is some type of an ongoing percentage type of thing. So let's just say the same example, 10 people, $10,000 total, $1,000 investment a person, meaning, and if that's the value of the truck, let's just say that's 10% of whatever the profit is, kind of like a shareholder, right? So you get 10% return. You get 10% of all profits of the vehicle for a set amount of time. So we treat it kind of like Shark Tank. You give me 10% of the investment, and for 3 months, I'll give you 10% of the profit. And of course, with that, I'd have to somehow show you how much money the truck is bringing in, which probably isn't going to be hard. I guess at the very least, you could show a person the deposits, I guess. I know on my Wells Fargo account, you can hit the screen for the deposits, and if it's going into my business account or a separate account from my personal account, of course, which it would, it'll show you all the deposits. And on that screen, it'll also show you the payouts. So maybe I would probably write checks out of it to each person. And that'd be a simple way to do it. And you can see it all happening. You see the money coming in, you'll see the money going out, all on one account. It sounds like, you know, something worth getting into. But you know, it's just the idea I wanted to put out there to my folks that's watching, and to the folks back at home that I know that be wanting to get involved in something like this. Or anybody that I don't know that's really highly interested in something like this. I don't really hear anybody talking about it, and I think mainly that's because everybody that's making the money wants to keep it. So, but I feel like if you can find a way to share it, it'll pan out better. I guess that's just my belief system, kind of talking for me. So, anyways, otherwise, everything out here is still going. It's pretty good. I'm planning to switch my lease contract real soon. Trying to increase the payout at the end of the week. I got that coming up real soon, within the next week or so, I hope. And so I'll do probably a new video when that happens, talking about comparing my current lease on contract with the new one, and seeing how much one is better than the other, and probably doing some other type of comparisons that come along. I see it, of course, being a much better financial situation. It's 80% versus 65%, but percentages don't really matter if you don't know what you're getting a percentage of. So while the percentage number sounds good, don't necessarily mean the numbers will be that much different. But if things work out the way I plan them to work out, they will be different. I've heard a lot of success stories from these different types of owner-operated companies that I'm planning on leasing to, and if they could do it, I will eventually be able to figure out how to do it myself and have similar turnouts. Just an example of that is I'm watching a guy on YouTube called The Trucker's Coach, and he talked about how he grossed his highest revenue in his life as a trucker at 19 years. He grossed $7,000 last week. So, you know, it's just a matter of linking the right things together and knowing the right people and asking for the right money. So we'll see. So anyway, this is the Chivalrous Knight. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you share my videos, especially something like this where people may possibly get a chance to invest into the trucking business without actually coming out here and driving the truck. And I also have a Facebook page, the Chivalrous Knight community page, in case you want to message me for any reason. You can also leave comments on the bottom screen. I always respond to the comments I get. So, until next time.